Hey, this is Shane from On Target Adventures. In this video, you'll see what I did last year during central Wisconsin's drought conditions. I took two small soybean fields that were overrun with weeds because of the drought. My soybeans stayed about this tall, 3-4 inches, as some of you experienced last year. Your soybeans were only 3-4 inches. During a stretch of about 3 weeks, they didn't grow anymore. So I had to decide what I was going to do. Hope that they get bigger towards the end of the season, or cultivate them under and plant new seed. And that's exactly what I did. I'll show you what I did. And I chose Whitetail Solutions Pure Wildlife Blends by Jeff Sturgis. The reason why I chose Jeff's seed is because I went over to where he lives. He has a fundraising event once a year for Camp Kicking Bear. And when I was there, I got to tour his land. And when he was taking questions from everyone, he was very honest, and he answered everyone's questions. So I like the honesty. I like that he had answers to people's questions, and they made sense. And so what I decided to do was, why not try his? I've been doing food plots for well over 20 years. I've tried lots of different seed companies, and I've had great success with them and not so great success with them. So why not try Jeff's, right? So in this video, you see how it turned out. I'll just let you know right now, it turned out amazing. I never had a better looking Brassica turnip blend combination in a field before. It was thick, it was lush, and I grew it during drought conditions. I kind of grew it during drought conditions by accident because I overseeded it. I'm used to overseeding fields, but in this case, I should have followed Jeff's instructions to the T, which I did, all except is I spread more than what I thought I needed. It turned out good because of the drought conditions. It almost created its own greenhouse conditions that just trapped the moisture in the leaves. However, on a normal year, if it wasn't a drought year and I overseeded it, it would have just kind of smothered itself out. So by accident, it turned out amazing because I overseeded it. On a regular year, definitely follow Jeff's instructions because he tells you the exact amount per acre, and you don't have to overseed it. So follow along. You'll see what I did, see how it turned out, and you'll be hopefully pretty impressed with the results, as I was after all these years. Like I said, I've never had a turnip Brassica blend field turn out this good, and the deer loved it. So here you go. This drought has just been terrible. These soybeans have been the same height for about, I don't know, 3.5 weeks, not doing anything. Got to get these weeds before they seed out and wreak havoc in my plots next year. Half of these weeds that are out here do not get killed by glyphosate, so I'm going to be trying to cultivate everything up, bring it back to just dirt, and then plant the fall food plot. Got to borrow my brother's brilliant tiller cultivator. So there's the side of the field that I just got done tilling. Here's the little buffer strip of corn. And then the other side of the field, I've yet to do. After about, I don't know, I was probably out here an hour. It's about an acre's worth of what used to be soybean field. So at least I don't have weeds, a big weed problem in my clover and cornfield over here. These plots are looking pretty good. Kept up on spraying and mowing, mowed twice already this year. And the weeds are pretty much gone in this cornfield. Oh yeah, the seed came within 2 days of placing the order. I bought this 24-pound bag, split it with my brother for some cost sharing, and it did weigh in at well over 24 pounds. These are the simple instructions that came in the package. I'm going to be spreading fertilizer here. The first cultivation date was on July 7th, and the second cultivation date was the same day here I was fertilizing and planting. That was July 27th. If I were to plant this mix again, I would probably do it the first or second week in August. Now I'm going to drag the fertilizer in along with smoothing out the field. Time to dump in the Big Boost Brassica mix. Gonna throw it in the earthaway spreader. Should be enough for the first field. Got the remainder for the second. It's about 90-some degrees today. Big storm coming in tonight. So we should get some rain tonight. The storm is coming tonight. Gonna get a lot of rain tonight and tomorrow throughout the day. Still gotta spread the seed, which is what I'm gonna do here. And then after that, I'll pack it in. I'll probably roll it over with the side-by-side. This is field number 2 that I'm planting, so I'm refilling it with seed. There's a little bit extra in case I got some bare spots later. Come back and fill them in. So we'll spread this. It's a hot one. Losing light. Gotta pick up the pace. It's getting dark. So now I'm gonna be packing the seed in with the side-by-side. Wish I had a small cultipacker with me tonight, but just getting it done with the side-by-side. Storm's coming in fast. So I've been caught in the storm a couple times this year, even though it's a drought season. Just finished packing in the seed, and that storm is almost upon us. So perfect timing. Seed should get some moisture within minutes. And we got some additional rain the next day. This is what it looked like about 2 weeks in. And this is what it looked like about 3.5 weeks in. Well, here it is. Planted this about a month ago. It's almost September. This is the first time I've used Whitetail Habitat Solutions seed, just their seed in general. I've had lots of different turnip blends over the past, and this is by far the best crop, the best fruit plot of a Brassica turnip type mixture I've ever had. And like I said, this is about a month, maybe not even. And it's already about knee high. I am waiting to top dress this with nitrogen. I have a field a little bit bigger than this, just on the other side of the corn. You can probably see the corn on the right side of the screen, but just on the other side of this corn, there's another plot, a little bit bigger than this. I got about 80 pounds of nitrogen. I'm gonna top dress this right before the next rain, and it should even give this a huger boost. So, pretty excited, pretty pumped. Want to get a camera out here, see what's coming out here. They're already chewing on this. There's lots of tops missing. It's so thick and green that it's kind of creating its own ecosystem. But if I put my hand down underneath here, there's moisture there underneath the leaves. So this is really trapping the moisture. It's holding the moisture in. It's just kind of feeding off itself. It's its own little greenhouse out here. You guys can see that moisture, these drops. Like I said, it's creating its own ecosystem, its own little greenhouse.
planted in the second plot. The other half is on the other side of that strip of like about 10 rows of corn, kind of dividing this plot up. But it's getting hot, so hopefully that means big thunderstorms tonight. Calling for about 3/4 of an inch of rain. I'm just gonna finish spreading this 4400, so just straight up nitrogen. Overall, it's about an acre field combined, and I'm putting 80 pounds of 4400 on here. So let's get this done.
This mix of brassica, rape, and turnips I thought was really good. The browse was excellent all the way through the late bow hunting season. I really thought I was going to fill my tag this year next to this plot, but God allowed me to shoot a nice one on some public land, on a great public land hunting adventure. This buck is using the Big Boost Brassica mix to rebuild during the rutting season. This was a pretty easy winter. There's a bunch of tops eaten off, but a bunch of bulbs that weren't even touched. I had tons of corn left over this year too. The deer had food everywhere. Hey guys, I just want to say thanks for watching this full review on the Big Boost Brassica seed blend. Remember, God's pursuing you. Pursue him back like you're pursuing the big game you're after this year.